We are pleased to be joined right now by Kevin Durant. So KD is here, and KD, I know you've been to some media days before. I know you've been getting ready for the start of a season before, but this one just feels, at least to us, it feels different. I know you've been on some great teams, but what's this like for you?
It's incredible. I wonder how it feels to you.
We were just talking earlier, we haven't seen a Suns team built like this before going into the season.
Yeah, I mean, when you got guys that this dynamic with scoring the basketball, I mean, that's the object of the game, is to put the ball through the hoop, and we got three of the best guys in the history of our game that have done that. But the game is much more than that as well, and I feel like, you know, since we're talking about us three, I think we all bring something unique to the game outside of offense as well. So it'll be good to mesh with I like to call it a nerd-like staff that we have with Frank. I love how.
Why do you call it a nerd? Why do you say that, Katie?
Just the subtleties that they think about and the details of the game that Frank and the staff has gone over, and a few times that we've been on the court together. Is a nerd-like energy that I like around the group, and it's all about basketball and how we can make it work for all of us. So I'm excited.
Does he know you call it a nerd-like
energy?
No,
I think this would be the first time he heard that. But I was just thinking yesterday, I was like, I like nerds, people who really are, really involved.
You'd like Luke then. You'd like him a lot.
Because I feel like I'm the same way. I'm just trying to figure out what's the best way to learn the game, and I just love so much knowledge and different perspectives about the game, and I feel like we got a group that's like that as well, and that's only going to mean, it's going to help us out in the long run. So we got talent, but you have to have some smarts on top of it.
Speaking of knowledge and perspective, of course, tell me about your Commanders. What in the world happened to your Commanders? You're a massive Washington Commanders fan. What happened to them? I mean, we did beat the Cardinals week 1.
Oh, man, that's just me.
Oh, you know what? Honestly, I set myself up for that one. You just kicked me right in the teeth.
Yeah. We've been struggling, but I feel like I wouldn't say struggling. We've been trying to figure things out. We got a new staff and stuff, so you know how that is. The same thing here in Arizona, but the guys are playing hard. I think that's all you can ask for as a fan.
Yeah.
We're talking to Kevin Durant. Kevin, you said something that I don't think a lot of stars in this league always at least say, but you just said it. You're still learning the game. And I know that's sort of just the way you're wired. Do you find a lot of other guys at the top of their game that feel that way?
Yeah, I think most of the guys at the top of their game feel that way. I think that's why they're at the top. I think a lot of people are constantly trying to evolve. You know, our sport is always evolving, so you can't be stuck on the past and the past philosophies that you got. You got to be able to adopt something new sometimes, and I feel like all the people at the top of their industries do that. So just try to stay on point at all times. I love the game. I love to play still. And, the game is evolving. Different players, body types are coming in every single year, man. So you got to be prepared for anything. So that's the fun part about the game, is learning it.
What is your expectation for culture from Coach Vogel and the kind of culture you guys are going to have here? And do you feel like you can model that culture for others?
I'm not expecting anything. I know what Coach Vogel brings and his staff. Those guys have been around the league for a while, and all their teams play extremely hard and play for one another. And I think that's what the culture should be about in all the sports, playing hard and playing for your teammates.
Amen.
And it's hard to actually put that into action every day. And I think that's on the players to do as such, even when the coaches aren't around, as well as when, we on the court with them as well. So, we got veteran groups like we have. I think it's good to, that we can relay that message that coach wants amongst the players.
We're talking to Kevin Durant. KD, now that last season is over, you got here in the middle of it. How big of a whirlwind was that for you, and have you kind of got to settle into Phoenix now? Yeah,
it was a big whirlwind. I wasn't expecting it to be that big of a change. I'm one of those guys that's like, whatever, just I can go play ball wherever.
Yeah.
But as I got older, stability has been a thing that you tend to lean on. So I was stable in Brooklyn. I loved my time there. I was building something nice there. I just found my rhythm. So to uproot and just move into a new city, new group of people, new team, in the middle of a chase like that, it was different and new. It wasn't hard though. It was just new and different. So, and I like to be comfortable. Sometimes being uncomfortable is tough, but I was, I know to make these times easier now as we come into the season. So, it was all worth it. It's a great experience that I'm always talking about.
You strike me as a guy who likes to laugh. Is that true? I mean,
that is true.
Yeah, okay. You strike me as that guy. Frank Vogel, of course, was talking to us. Coach was talking to us about laughter and how important that is when you have an 82-game schedule. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, most definitely. I think the balance is important. Too much laughter can be detrimental to your crew.
I agree.
But when you take things too serious, that can be the same way. So it's about finding that balance. And I think when you got guys that have been around the lifestyle as long as Coach has and his staff, along with the players, I think Coach been in it for 20-something years now as a video guy and been played in every different role. So he understands what it takes to, what stamina it takes, endurance it takes throughout a season for you to get guys that be ready to play every day, not just in games, but also in practice. So it's a tough job he has, but it's also on us to be up and be ready and excited to be NBA players every day as well.
KD, we appreciate the time, man. Good luck with everything this year.
No doubt. Appreciate you guys.
Pleased to be joined right now out here at Footprint Center for Suns Media Day by Devin Booker. I don't think I need to introduce Book. I can just say Book.
What's up, man?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good. How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. This is a pretty exciting team you guys have put together this year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Some good players, huh?
Yeah, just a couple good players. We just talked to Kevin Durant, and he said he liked the sort of the nerdy approach that Frank Vogel and the coaching staff have, where they just pay attention to every little thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's important, man. That's the first thing I said when we lost the finals, man. The details matter. These little things that you might pass over in an open gym or in training camp early in practice, like that can come back and bite you in the ass. So, very detail oriented, and we've just been playing pickup with the team, but coach will jump in and already try to throw some structure on it, and that's exactly what you want.
How's the new shoe line going, Buck? Let me ask you about that. How's it going?
It's going really good. It's been the last 2 years of my mental. I've been preparing for this, so soon come. I think first time the world will see him is December, or be able to access him. A couple of people have seen him already, and it's just a dream come true, man. Everything that I ever wanted, everything I ever dreamed about, this is the top of that. Yeah.
No, the teaser video that came out a little while ago, pretty sick. And to have, everybody's looking at those orange ones. We haven't got to see all of them, but
yeah.
How, you get to be really involved with that, right? Like you just said, it's a dream come true as a kid growing up playing basketball. I'm sure.
Yeah, very involved. If you ask anybody at Nike, they'd probably say I'm more involved than anybody on their first shoe. I just have so many ideas, man, and I've been private most of my life, but I feel like the best way to tell stories is through shoes. So I have a lot of storytelling that I want to do that people can, learn the depths and get to know, the real me, and tell that through the shoes.
How about this right here, Kyler Murray? I happen to be the Arizona Cardinals radio color analyst,
I know
right?
about you, man.
Oh, okay,
Come
all
on
right,
now.
great.
Come on.
Kyler Murray, of course, I know is a friend of yours.
He is.
Talk a little bit about your relationship with
He's
Kyler.
in good spirit right now, man. He's recovering. He was just at the house 2 days ago. We live very close to each other. I'm not going to tell everybody how close, but you don't need a car. But he's good, man. He looks strong. Obviously, that big win versus the Cowboys had the morale of the whole city up, and it's exactly what you want to see. So all you can ask for him is to get healthy, get back right, and we want to see him on the field, but you don't want to rush that.
We're talking to Devin Booker. We were just talking with KD about just, last year you're always going to make that trade for a guy like Kevin Durant, but for it to happen mid-season, now you get a full season where going in. You got Bradley Beal. You got Kevin Durant. Book, it feels like you've been here forever, even though you're still young, but it feels like you've been playing the NBA. How different is it for you to know going in who you've got?
Definitely different. I've probably seen every formation that you can do, last trades before the deadline, and teams changing right before, training camp starts. But, I like this better. Obviously more time to figure it out. There's obviously going to be some learning adjustments that we got to figure out, but, there's a lot of talent. And it's a domino effect. I think everybody is going to hold themselves at a higher standard, when you have the likes of Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant around here.
For me right now, one of the things I admire the most about you is how you compete. It's how you go about your business. I know that most people would look at your talent and say, oh, you know what, Book, he's so talented, and that's great. And I've seen a lot of talented guys, and I know you have as well, Book, come and go. It really is about the toughness that separates one player from another. Mm-hmm. You've got that toughness.
Yeah.
Have you always had that?
From what I can remember. I have an older brother. I credit him a lot. I was always fighting him, always trying to hang out with his friends, trying to play on the court with his friends, and it wasn't going to be my speed or quickness. I just had to just kind of thug it out, man. just take what was mine, and I've kept that mentality ever since. It can be a little deceiving. People think I have the pretty boy reputation, but people always know once we touch the court, all bets are off. It's me versus you, buddy.
I love that.
Yeah.
Seriously. It's one of the great things about I used to play football, and it was fun stepping in between the white lines because you could tap into the rage tree and let it go. Now, basketball's a little bit different, but it's still pretty physical, is it not?
I like to play physical.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people don't. But, yeah, you just have to keep that, man. I think it definitely is a lost art. People are scared to compete. People are scared to, rub somebody on the other team the wrong way. And, I just never cared about that. I mean, as long as it's not disrespectful and you're not calling somebody out their name or talking about their family members like everything else, it's, let's compete to the highest level.
Book, we appreciate the time, man. Thank you
Thanks
so much.
for
Good
having
luck
me.
this year. Right?
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks a lot. We are pleased to be joined right now by one of the newest members of the Phoenix Suns, Jusuf Nurkić. Nurk, thanks for the time, man. I know you've only been in Phoenix for a few days, but what's it been like?
Oh, every day has been amazing, man. I'm really looking forward, but, I can only enjoy this sunny weather.
Yeah, well, get used to it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, Nurk, you should know this right now. I used to play football a long time ago, in between the white lines. Used to do that. Weight is really important right now. It's important to me as an ex-football player, so I'm going to ask you, what's your weight at right now?
You need all the info?
I need it. What's your weight at right now?
It's a secret, but 280.
280.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Good.
Yeah.
What do you want to play at?
280.
280. So you're right where you need to be.
Yes.
Okay,
I
good.
know where I'm going, so I need to be ready.
Okay. I like you at 290. I'm just saying that.
Don't worry. 10 pounds is for me, I got you.
Wolf wants everybody to put on 10 pounds. So
No problem,
listen
man.
All right, so we're joined by Jusuf Nurkić. Nurk, you just mentioned it. You knew where you were going. You're on a team with Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, among others. But, this is a team that's obviously built to win now. How does that feel for you to join a team like that so late in the offseason?
It's a dream, man, to be in position like you said. I think it's about fit, and I'm not coming to replace no one. I'm who I am. I think I really play basketball right way, and I will enjoy it, man. To play a little with the 30, points scorers in the team. It's going to be a nightmare for the team. So they're going to double. How they're going to double? I feel like for me, I know that this team will struggle with the rebound, and I can definitely help with that. I'm going to take control of that, help with defensive end. But most importantly, we got to play the right way. I think we have a great group of guys, and like you said, one of the greats in the team. And, it's really super enjoyable to be in position like this.
Nurk, talk a little bit about Frank Vogel, what you know of him right now. Now, I know, have you ever worked with him in the past? I don't think so.
I didn't.
Okay, but what do you know of Coach Vogel?
I know he's probably number one reason why I'm here, so I love it. And, the relationship is the key. And I think he's been straight from since I talked to him day one. And his system for the Roy Hibberts and all these big, he's been around, and I think I could really strive with that. And, I have no doubt. And for me, I always joke with him, like he said, whoever laugh at his jokes play the most. I said, Coach, I still laughing to this day. So, but it's amazing the way he, relationship kind of communication wise doing. So I think I really, open, and I'm the kind of guy to have, best relationship with the communication.
We're talking to Jusuf Nurkić. Nurk, you're kind of a unique piece on this team. Everybody looks at the guys, okay, this guy's going to put up 30 or whatever, but you fill potentially a lot of roles that are kind of unknowns. Do you like that?
I love it. I think that basketball is a unique sport with the, you have like you said, you have a lot of guys who can score 30 a night. And that's not my job. And I'm not looking forward to have arguments of what type of role I can be. I'm here to play any role they want me to play, and I can be the best at that role. So for me, I know what I can help, and my life is going to be so much easier to be out, on the floor with a smile on. But at the same time, I will definitely help these people to have a great, games with so much easier effort.
And laugh at coach's jokes.
Yes, of course. Remember
Definitely.
that.
I know.
Always.
I told him. I still laughing, man.
Talk a little bit about, do you feel any pressure in regard to coming in and fulfilling the role that DeAndre Ayton once did for this team? Do you feel any pressure?
Like I said, I'm not coming to replace Ayton. I think he's, where he is right now and try to have a better situation. But for me, I'm don't have a pressure. Like, I actually enjoying the way everything is set up. What I mean by that is, you're going to get a guy who actually 29, like still young, been in the league for 9 years and know what it takes to win. So for me, you're going to get everything what I got. And you're no doubt you're going to have a guy who play really hard and do everything possible to win the game.
We're talking to Jusuf Nurki. Jusuf, you've been vocal about being in Phoenix now and just how different it is. And you mentioned the sun, but have you gotten a chance to look around? I saw the picture with the cactus. This is very different from Portland environmentally.
I love my years there and have enjoying so far with the Blazers. But I'm a guy, and they know I love sun. Summer is the best part of my life, and I think getting that for 12 months is just amazing for me. And when I, joking aside, when I talked to my agent, Rich Paul, I said, wherever I go, man, I need to be a sunny place.
And he put you
so
on
he
the
made
sun.
he made sure that I finished there. But I love it, to be honest with you. I've been here. My trainer, Phil Beckner's from here. And we've been in the summers here too, so it's not like nothing new for me. I've been in the league long enough to know what Phoenix is, and I'm just super excited with my family, to be around here. So,
how about the physicality of the game? Do you enjoy the physicality of the game?
I do. League change with that. I feel like you're not certain. Having same physicality back then, probably in your young age and mine, but the definitely kind of league change and certain referees officiating a little different, and the league going to protect more offensive player now. But I feel like it's physicality bring to the playoffs is next level. So hopefully with these cups we have it this year implemented in, we can have more the edge of the physicalities.
We're talking to Jusuf Nurkić. Nurk, do you know the other bigs on this team? How do you see that part of
the
this
funny
roster
part?
fitting in?
The funny part, I'm with Drew Eubank. Just play it. So, like I said, how everything turns out.
Yeah.
It's a great and we already I obviously know everybody in the team as far as playing against them, most of them, and nothing new. They know what I can do, and I feel like fresh start and a super team that we have. It's just another level to be playing on.
Nurk, we appreciate it, man. Thanks for the time. Good luck this season. All right.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you for having me.
God bless.
Jusuf Nurkić joining us right there. We'll come back. Nurkić.